Here is the MaxTrac 2.4 drop review. Alright guys, I know it's been a minute. I had surgery on my neck, so I'll try to talk as softly and slow as possible so you can understand me. My voice is totally different. It's weird. Long story, that's a different video, but I'm here to review the 2.4 drop from MaxTrac. I'm actually in the truck right now, and I'm gonna be honest with you, install was easy, pretty simple. It took me like 6 hours, I think 8 hours total. Obviously I was making a video at the time, so it took a little longer, but install is very simple, pretty basic if you got, you know, moderately basic tools. My truck had low miles on it, so it wasn't too much rust, not too much binding up with bolts and nuts, and nothing was sticking too hard. Everything came apart pretty nice. So installation was pretty easy. Handling, like basic driving, going over bumps. The handling is obviously better because you're low to the ground. Handling is like way better, especially around rotaries or on ramps. You know, you can punch it, sticks a lot better. Off ramps. Basic cracks in the road, like little bumps, dips, are a little, honestly it drives close to stock, it really does. But the cracks you feel just a little bit more, probably not even that noticeable. Kind of like your butt dyno, like you're like, oh, it's definitely different. It's kind of different, it's not too much different. Definitely install the I think they have the Airlift 1000s, the bags in the coils like I did in the video. You definitely need those in. I have them up around 7-8 pounds. Not too much where it starts lifting the truck up. Just enough so when you hit a dip, it cushions you for you. It cushions the truck almost like a stop. Because I have the stops out. You're supposed to cut the stops halfway and stick them back in. I'm probably gonna do that. I just haven't. Because if you don't have them in, you gotta get drive shaft slap. Chassis slap, because you dropped it 4 inches in the back. Now instead of being this far away, you're now this far away from your chassis. So without those bags, especially in a crew cab, a fully loaded crew cab, you're gonna be slapping. I was on the highway and I forgot to put the air in the bags, and they were doing work on the bridge, just the bridges on 95 South, and it dropped down and came back up every bridge. And I'm driving, I'm going like 85, 90. And I'm like, what is going on? I just saw the bridge work. And I hit it, and I dropped, and I went, wham! Like, chassis friggin' axle slap. And it hit so hard. And I'm like, oh my. And then I came back out of it. And it was like, bang again. I'm like, damn, dude. Thought I ran over a Prius. It was so loud. So I slowed down real fast, and I'm like, oh, dude, I forgot to put the air in the bags. I turned around, went home, and got the air pump. I just pushed a couple pounds inside. I did 5 pounds at first, drove, and still kind of did it, so I brought it up to 7 to 8 pounds. And now it's perfectly fine. So that was a wake-up call, to say the least. Also, like if you ever see guys in Hondas that, slam cars, Acuras, and they got camber going on, and they're always weaseling around manholes, you're gonna want to do that a little bit, especially if you got 22s or 24s. I got 22s, and I'm doing it now because once you hit a pothole, because you're lower to the ground and your travel isn't as, great as it was before, you're gonna want to look out for them, because that little bit of a drop, it just sounds like 5 times worse when you hit a pothole, because your articulation's been shortened. Not much articulation going on, so you're gonna weasel around manholes just a little bit. I mean, if you live in a region that doesn't have potholes, like Maine, I'm telling you, Maine and New Hampshire roads are better than Massachusetts. I live in Massachusetts, northern Massachusetts, and I gotta move around a little bit. But overall, handling is pretty sweet, man. I mean, I'm going around an off ramp right now, and it's pretty sweet. Also, when you accelerate, the truck doesn't dip at all. It just sticks and goes. It's awesome. When you take off from a dead stop stop and WOT, that wide open throttle. It just not much dipping at all, which is awesome. And I'm sure it's going to help out the track too. So the truck performs and handles 10 times better. It's a way different, totally different truck. The price for the kit, I mean, I got some extras. I got Viking shocks, a new panhard, a new rear sway bar, but the price for the kit as it is it's cheap. It's like, what was it, 550 bucks or something? I forget. I should have looked it up before I made the video, but it's inexpensive for that amount of difference. You know, if you were to get that much of a difference in horsepower, you're looking at thousands of dollars, and you're getting, you know, a 240 drop. It's a big difference compared to stock. So whatever it is, 550 bucks, whatever I paid, it's well worth it for the amount of change you're getting in the handling. And the Viking shocks are awesome. I got those from Most Performance, adjustable shocks. They look awesome too. No cup brackets. I haven't done them yet. Probably not gonna do them because I get no wobbling, no sway, no vibration at all. I did the Hellwig rear sway bar and the Spohn panhard bar, and the rear end just feels super tight, and that also helps with handling as well. I've gone about 130 on an open highway, and in Mexico, by the way, in Mexico, and like flawless, just flawless. You can weave, nothing crazy, just, you know, shift lanes, and no issues there at all. It does take a couple weeks for these kits to settle a little bit. My front end was kind of high the first couple weeks, and finally it dropped just a little bit, kind of settled in nice. This kit more makes your truck look level low rather than, you know, pivoted low. The front end isn't lower than the rear, it's more of like an even space. And getting in and out of this truck is a lot easier now because you're lower. You don't have to like slide out, fall out. You just, it's like step down, boom, you're good. So if you're that type of person that doesn't like lifted trucks at all, or hates getting like climbing in and dipping out, this helps if you got that kind of a problem. The only thing I haven't worked with yet or experienced yet is my tow hitch. I do have to tow I have a steel 12-foot trailer with dual axle. It's heavy, and I'm gonna have to reverse my hitch because I'm now low. I had a little 3-inch drop, I think. I gotta reverse it now, then lift it up. Hopefully that goes well. I'm obviously gonna have to max out my airbags for that. Bring them up to the max air pressure to hold that weight, and that's going to be interesting. Just to get that thing. I have a 45-minute drive back to my house from my job, so that's going to be interesting. But I've been driving with the kit now ever since I made a video. I think that's about 5 or 6 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. I put on about 4,000 miles, mostly here and there, a couple long distance miles. And another thing you gotta notice is people will mess with you more on the highway. You know, you get a lot more turned heads, more compliments at the gas station. I already get compliments because the cam, you know, people are like, wow, you know, they want to talk about the truck. But on the highway, the first day I had it out to go on the highway, I had another Ram up in New Hampshire come next to me. He's with his girlfriend, and he's giving it gas, you know, and I'm like, bah, goodbye. Definitely attracts more attention. That's pretty much it. Overall, I love it. I'm very happy with it. My whole life, every truck I've had since I was 16, I've always lifted up my trucks. This is the first one I've ever dropped. And just to switch it up, you know, sometimes you need a change in life. And this is, I love it. I'm happy with it. Very happy with it. Very good quality. No problems at all. Not yet. If you guys have any questions or comments, I'll try to answer them as best as I can, because I might not have covered everything in this video. So feel free to like, subscribe, and leave some comments. I'll try to get back to you. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you can understand me. I'm still in recovery on my surgery I had. I was literally out for like 2 months. I couldn't talk. My tongue was paralyzed. Long story, but I'm glad to be back. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.